What I do for this Greek deal is I have the break on the other side of the deck. I get it in the same position as I'm doing on Erdnä's bottom, but I use my pinky to kind of maneuver this card deeper into the crotch of the index finger of the left hand, okay? And in doing that, I kind of expose this corner a little bit, and that allows me to sneak my ring finger in to do a Greek deal, okay? Just like that. You should be able to see it. I'm trying to expose it to the camera where you can see that card coming out, okay? That's the general premise of it. I'll give you another demonstration of it with half the deck face up. When you pick up the deck, you're going to use your pinky to get the break. You're going to put these two fingers up here, and it's already deep in the index crotch, and I'm going to deal out just like this, okay? These are Greeks. Deal over here, top, Greek, top, Greek, top, Greek. It's something to practice. It is difficult, but this is what's happening again. I'm using my ring finger to push out. It's by far the easiest Greek deal to learn. So definitely learn this one before you learn the other one, because you'll catch on to the concept, and then you'll be able to get a better feel for the card and how it bends and how to sneak that second card out. So that's the Erdnä's Greek deal. Have fun with it. This is the one shuffle quad stack. It's just a little shuffle you guys might like. I have the 4 aces on top of the deck. And in one shuffle, I'm going to position the cards so that the aces go to the dealer in a 4-handed game. So 1, 2, 3, ace, 1, 2, 3, ace. Here's the burn card, and here are my next 2 aces. One shuffle quad stack. This is the explanation for the one shuffle quad stack. It's just something that's fun you might want to show your friends to play around with. You put the aces on top. You cut the top half of the deck to the right, and the most cards you're going to hold back in this shuffle is 7 cards at once. That's the only really hard part. Everything else is pretty easy. On the left-hand packet, you're going to hold back 7 cards, okay? And then on the right-hand packet, you're going to hold back 2 cards. You drop 1 from the left, 1 from the right, 3 from the left, 1 from the right, and then the last 3 go back on top. So that way, when you square it up, it goes 1, 2, 3, ace, 1, 2, 3, ace. This is the burn card, and then you get the other aces on the flop. And that's the one shuffle quad stack. This is what it should look like up to speed from behind. You have the 4 aces on top, cut to the right, hold back 7, 2, 3, and 3, square up, and you're good. Looks like this. 1, 2, 3, ace. 1, 2, 3, ace. Your burn card. And there are your quads on the flop. That's the one shuffle quad stack. Have fun with it. This is a stack to be used in conjunction with the McDougall cull. Because again, everything stays uniform, stays looking the same. So give me a number of players. 5 players, and which player is going to get the flush?
The 3rd position.
5 players, and you want the 3rd position to get the flush. Okay. Five players, 3rd position gets it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's your burn card, and there's your flush. All right, now I'm going to teach you some very advanced stacking techniques. This is not easy, and this is not for the faint of heart. So make sure you have a pillow handy in case you faint. Pen and paper, you might want to write this down, because if you didn't learn the stacks from the first weapons of the Cardshark, you're going to have a real tough time. Maybe you can figure it out. My hat's off to you if you can. This is how it works. The first one is going to be the McDougall stack, and it's done in the same context as the cull. Let's say that I have just culled the cards to the top that I want the full house, 10s and 5s. So this has been culled using the McDougall cull, which is looking down at it, okay? So I now have these on top, and I'm going to stack them for whatever the situation is, okay? So let's say the situation is there. Let's keep it simple, okay? Let's say there's 4 players, and you want it to go to the 3rd player. Okay? 4 players playing a game of Texas Hold'em, and you want the 3rd player to make the full house on the flop. This is how you do it, okay? First, you take the number of players, 4. You subtract which seat wants it, in this case, 3. So you have 1. Now you add 1 because there's going to be a burn card in there. So your first number is 2. You got it? Remember it. First number is 2. So what you're going to do is on your next shuffle, you're going to hold back 2 on the left side because that's your key number. Okay? And on the right side, you're also going to hold back 2. Not because of the formula. On the right side, you're always going to hold back 2 on the first shuffle. Okay? Because this is only stacking the flop. This is not stacking the pocket cards. Okay? So you hold back 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Let the 2 on the left fall first, then the 2 on the right. Okay? So here's the situation so far. Now remember, we said 4 players. We want the third player to get the full house on the flop. I just took 2 of the cards of the hand that, of the winning hand. This is going to be his pocket cards. And this is what's going to come up on the flop, are the 5, 10, 5. Okay? So now we go to the next stage. The next stage is you take the number of players and you subtract 1. Okay? That's the same key number I had in the first DVD. Number of players is 4. Minus 1, 3. So you're going to hold back 3 cards on the left side, just like that. And you're going to hold back 1 on the right side. Same deal. With the right side, it's always going to be the same formula. On the right side, you're always going to hold back 2, 1, and then that's it. Okay? So I just hold back 1 on the right side, and 3 fall in between those 2 cards. Now for the last one. We're almost finished. Okay? Now for the last number, what you're going to do is take the seat of the person who's going to get it. In this case, the third person is going to get it. And you subtract 1 again. Okay? So your number is 2. You're going to hold back 2 on the left and let them fall on top of the right packet. Just like that. Make sure that you let some cards go, that you don't mess up the stack you did earlier, because then all this will be for nothing and you'll be disappointed. Okay? So, you square it up, and I'm done, but I'm not done explaining it. I'm going to go through some more detail, but let's just see if it worked, okay? Just to build suspense, because that's what you people pay for and enjoy, suspense, okay? Oh, wow, the first player. Third player gets the 10, okay? 4 players. And the 5. Here's the burn card, and here's his full house on the flop. Okay, hopefully it's puzzling, it's coming together right now, but I'll explain it again for you, okay? I'm going to use the same cards, 10s and 5s. That's my full house, that's on top of the deck, the 5-card hand that I want them to get, okay? So let's say in this example, there are 5 players, and in this case, the second player is going to get it. 5 players, the second player. Do you remember what the first number is? No, you don't. Okay, that's all right. 5 minus 2 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. That's your key number, is 4. You're going to hold back 4 on the left, and you're going to hold back 2 on the right. 4 and 2. Now the second number, you take the number of players, in this case there's 5 players, subtract 1, 4. You're going to hold back 4 cards on the left, and 1 on the right. Now for the last shuffle, we said it's going to the second player, so I only need to put 1 card on top. 2 minus 1 is 1. So here it goes, 1 on the top, and now we'll deal them out. 5 players, the second player should get it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my burn card, and there's the full house on the flop for that player. Okay? So now we'll step it up 1 more notch and show you the level that it can be taken to. Okay? I have the full house on top. Give me a number of players. How many numbers are playing?
8.
8 players. And which player is going to get the full house? 8 players, the 7th player is going to get it. So with 8 players, it's kind of difficult because you've got a number that's that big, but it's still possible, and I'm going to show you. 8 players, and the 7th player gets it. Right? That's what you wanted? You want to change your mind? Oh, okay. You got to try, right? You can't hate me. And we're done. 8 players, 7th player gets it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the burn card, and here's the full house on the flop. This is an overhand stack that's used in combination with the Molinari call. And basically it's good because all the actions stay the same. It's uniformity of action, which, as Erdnase points out, is very important. So give me a number of players. How many players are playing this game?
8.
8 players. And which player is going to receive the full house?
The 7th position.
8 players, the 7th position is going to get it. Like that, and it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You said 7th? 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the flop. And this player makes a full house on the flop. All right, this is how to use the same formula and use it with the Molinari cull in the same fashion of styling, so you don't have to switch up shuffles, because you don't want to do the cull like this and then come down and stack like that. So I have a full house on top with aces and nines, and I'm going to stack that for a number player, for a certain player. We'll go simple first. We'll say that there's 4 players and it goes to the second player again. You're going to use the exact same formula as you did for the McDougal stack, okay? So you're going to take the 4, subtract 2, you get 2, and add 1. 3. Remember that number, okay? 3 is the first number you have to run, okay? Now, in addition to that, what you need to do is get a break above 2 cards on the back, because this is kind of a haymouse stack. What I mean by a haymouse stack is that the cards are going to be taken from the bottom and the top at the same time to give you the number that you desire, okay? So I have my break here. We said 4 players goes to the second player. 4 minus 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3, so I'm going to run 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I put them on top, okay? Now I take the number of players. 4 minus 1 is 3. So I'm going to do another haymouse shuffle by taking the top and the bottom, and that counts as 1 because the 4 is on top. 2, 3, okay? Now the last thing we do is which player gets it is 2 minus 1. Our number is 1, so I just take 1 from the bottom and put it on the top. So now for 4 players, the second player getting it, I deal 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the burn card, and here's the full house, okay? So that's an idea on how to do it. Again, it's the same formula, so I'm not going to go into it too much detail. If you watch the McDougal call and stack section in combination with this section, you should be able to grasp it. And definitely, if you've looked at Weapons of the Cardshark 1, that'll help you even more. So just to show you the extent that it can be taken to, I have my full house on top. Give me a number of players, any number you want.
8.
8 players, and which player is going to get the full house?
Third player.
8 players, third player is going to get it, and I'm not going to look. 8 players, which player gets it? Third. So you got to remember those things. But when you're sitting at the table, you actually have faces to apply that to. 8 players, third player gets it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the burn card, and there's the full house on the flop. This is a one-handed deck switch. Just give the cards a cut, and the new deck's in. This is the explanation for the one-handed deck switch. I'm holding out a deck in my right hand. I'm going to do different color decks so you can actually see what's going on. And I'm holding this out right in this hand, okay? And what's going to happen is with my left hand, I'm going to come over the deck like this, and I'm basically going to cross my arms. So I come over with my right hand, I grab this deck with my index finger and thumb. This is under the cover of my left hand coming over. Drop this deck, and bring the blue deck right along my arm and keep it right here, okay? Then I'm going to cut with my left hand, and then bring this deck back down into my lap, okay? So this is what it looks like up to speed, the one-hand deck switch. I'm going to switch out the red deck for the blue deck, okay? That's the one-handed deck switch. This is the one-handed deck switch with the aid of a hat. Now, what'd you have on that hand? Aces, man. And the new deck's in. Okay, this is the explanation for the one-handed deck switch with a hat as cover. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, or you don't have the room to do it or anything like that, you can use a hat and get more cover with it. What you want to do, it's the same move, but you do it as you tap with a hat, just like this. I mean, it's pretty invisible, just like that, because the hat is in the way. Okay? So this is what the same move looks like.